Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Korky and welcome to episode 3 of this tactics testing season on FM23. We're going to get a quick look at the tactic, but first of all, quick bit of housekeeping. We are testing this with Man City in the Premier League, Birmingham City in the Championship, Portsmouth in League 1, and we're also testing with Rochdale in League 2. So let's have a look at the tactic first, and then we'll discuss the results afterwards. So the tactic we have is what I would call a 4-4-2. Some people might call it a 4-2-4. It is called Loki's Toboggan. It's another reference to Ted Lasso. We'll have a quick look at the team instructions first of all. As you can see, we're playing with a custom gegenpress with a positive mentality. Very few instructions actually added in this one. Attacking with, it is there fairly wide as the standard setting. We're playing with a higher tempo and we're putting low crosses into the box. In transition, we are counter pressing, counter attacking, and we're going to take long kicks as well. So it's a little bit more direct, so it is. Out of possession, we're playing with a standard defensive line, a higher press. We're going to trigger press more often. We're going to prevent the goalkeeper from short distribution, and we're going to try and trap outside as well. So we don't want any of the play coming through the middle. We want it all going outside and closing down those crosses. Starting with the player instructions, with the goalkeeper, we have a sweeper keeper on support duty, no additional instructions. On the right hand side, we have a wing back on attack duty. We have a few extra instructions added. Aim crosses towards the target forward. We're going to dribble more, sit narrower, tackle harder, and mark tighter. On the left hand side, we have a wing back on support duty, so a little bit more defensive minded. We're going to cross from deep, aim crosses towards the target forward, dribble more, sit narrower, tackle harder, mark tighter. In central defence, we have we don't have two centre backs on the same instructions as you would find quite often with a lot of these tactics. We have a no-nonsense centre back. His only instructions are to tackle harder and mark tighter, so we want him just getting rid of the ball as soon as you can. And on the left side, we have a central defender on defend duty with tackle harder and mark tighter. In central midfield, we have two more defensive-minded midfielders. We have a defensive midfielder on support duty, no additional instructions. And we have a Roman playmaker also on support duty, who's going to dribble more, tackle harder, and mark tighter as well. On the right and left wing, we have inside forwards, both on support duty. The only additional instruction is on the right hand side. We have our inside forward aiming crosses towards the target forward, and we don't have the same instruction on the left hand side inside forward as well. Up front then we have obviously two strikers. We have a pressing forward who is on support duty and he is going to shoot more often, and up front right up top of the line we have an advanced forward on attack duty with no additional instructions there. So that is the tactic so far. Let's have a look and see how we've done first of all with Man City. As we can see, in terms of goals, we have Erling Haaland and Julian Alvarez playing up front. We have 61 and 36 goals between them. We also have Grealish with 19, Foden with 13, and Silva and De Bruyne coming in with 11 goals each, and even Rodri from defensive midfield contributing with 10 goals as well. So it's worked out very well in terms of goal scoring. Quick look at the data hub, and as you can see, goals per game, very, very high, almost 3.5 goals per game. Expected goals per game is almost 3. In terms of goals against, we conceding less goal, conceding just under a goal per game, so conceding higher than the league average. And our expected goals against is a similar story there as well. We'll have a look then at the competitions. First of all, we'll have a look at the Premier League, and once again, Man City are the champions. We're actually champions by quite a way, so we are here. We're actually is at 17 points clear, so we are. So we won this quite early on. As you can see, only 3 defeats there during the season: 2-1 to Spurs, 3-2 to Liverpool, and 1-0 to Wolves. All those games lost by a goal. We maybe could have changed them into draws, maybe even changed them into wins, but we don't care because we've cleared the league by quite a distance. As you can see, Erling Haaland coming in there with 38 league goals, so he's got a goal a game in the Premier League, and Alvarez coming in with 24 goals as well. So 2 of the top 3 goal scorers in the league. Haaland and Alvarez coming in again in the top 3 for average ratings, and even Haaland and has come in top of the assists with 16, and Silva coming in with 12 assists as well. Unsurprisingly, Haaland with the most player of the match awards with 13, and Ederson coming in with 18 clean sheets as well. So that's almost half the season as well. A quick look at the other competitions, and as we can see, first of all, Community Shield, we've beat Liverpool very, very comfortably, 5-1. Absolutely delighted with that. Unfortunately, we can't see the data for it. We then went on to play the Carabao Cup, which we lost 5-2 in extra time to Brentford. A little bit curious about that one, but we were in holiday mode, so we didn't actually play the game. And in the FA Cup final, we've also beat Liverpool 4-1 in that as well. Into the Champions League, unfortunately a little bit disappointing in Champions League. We went out 2-1 on aggregate to Atletico Madrid in the round of 16. So the first knockout round after the group stages, we've actually lost there to Atletico on an aggregate of 2-1. Spurs and Chelsea also gone out in that round as well, so only Liverpool flying the flag for the English teams. So very successful with Man City. Let's jump down to the Championship and let's have a look with Birmingham. And as we can see here, Lucas, I'm going to say Judikowski, my apologies if I mispronounced that, coming in with top goal scorer with 21 goals, Hogan contributing 20 as well, and also Troy Deeney contributing 11 goals also. We'll have a look at the league first of all, and as we can see, we finished in 7th place there. So we're just outside the playoff places, which is a little bit disappointing because it was only a 3-point swing there. If we had turned one of these 13 defeats into a win, maybe goal difference depending, it is a very narrow goal difference as well. Maybe we could have got into the playoffs and see how we went from there. As you can see, nobody in the top goal scoring charts unfortunately, but we do have Chong and Hannibal finishing joint second in the assist charts, and nothing really of note in the other key stats as well. A quick look at the other competitions, and as we can see, knocked out of the FA Cup in the 3rd round by Everton, and the Carabao Cup in the 2nd round by Southampton. So Birmingham has done pretty well. We're expected to finish a little bit below halfway in the season. We finished in 7th place, just outside the playoff positions. So very pleased with the progress we've made there. Having a look then at Portsmouth in League One, as we can see here, Ronan Curtis contributing 15 goals for the season. If we have a quick look then at the league, as we can see, very disappointing. We finished in 17th place on 53 points. Nothing of note really in the statistics other than Morrison coming in with the 2nd most yellow cards for the season. And a quick look, we did have Dane Scarlett on loan, and as we can see there, he contributed 22 goals in 45 games as well. So the youngster has done very well for us there as well. So Portsmouth has been not great. Let's have a look at Rochdale, who are expected to finish bottom of the league. As we can see there, Ian Henderson contributing 26 goals, which is very impressive. We also had Scott Quigley on loan from Stockport, and as you can see there, he has also contributed 22 goals in 50 games as well. A look at the competitions very quickly. We'll see we went out in the Papa John's Trophy in the Northern Section 2nd round. Carabao Cup we went out in the 2nd round, and the FA Cup we went out in the 1st round. And a quick look at the league table, and we finished in 8th place there, which is very, very pleasing considering that when you look at the points there from 11th right up to 2nd place, I mean there's only 7 points separating those teams. Having a little look at that, we finished on 73 points. We're literally 3 goals away from making it into the playoffs, and even at that, turning 2 of those defeats into wins would have put us into 3rd place, potentially even 2nd place, depending on the goal difference there. So we've performed very, very well. We're expected to finish absolute rock bottom, 24th, and we've actually finished in 8th place. Again, we were in holiday mode, so if we had been managing those games ourselves, we possibly could have turned some of those results around and progressed from there. But that is it for this tactics test. I do hope you've enjoyed it. You can of course leave your comments below. I would love to know how you're getting on. You can of course download the tactic from the description below as well. That is it from us for now. We will see you in the next episode. Until then, thank you and take care. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button below and you will be notified when new videos are available. You can of course like, share and comment as well. In the meantime, you can catch one of these recommended videos appearing on screen, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, thank you and take care.